tucked into the quiet rural landscape of Catalonia. This house sits in the small village of Vilamacolum in Spain's Alt-Empordà region. Designed in 2024 by Clara Crous Arquitectura, the project covers about 235 square meters and was created as the architect's own home and studio. The site itself is the last available plot on a village street, positioned where the built environment meets open agricultural fields. Surrounded by farmland and shaped by the rhythms of rural life, the house grows out of a landscape that has long been tied to agriculture and seasonal cycles. The story of the house begins with the land itself. The property is triangular, a condition that immediately shaped the way the architecture would unfold. Instead of forcing a rigid geometry onto the site, the design responds to this irregular shape through a composition of staggered volumes that follow the boundaries of the plot. These volumes subtly echo the fragmented forms of traditional Catalan rural houses, where small annexes were historically added over time as families expanded. Another key decision was to raise the house slightly above the ground. The building sits about 1.2 meters above grade, a practical response to the site's position at the lowest point of the village, where rainwater naturally flows toward a nearby river. By lifting the structure, the house protects itself from potential flooding while also improving ventilation beneath the building. At the same time, the orientation and massing help shield the home from the strong regional wind known as the Tramontana. The construction approach is equally rooted in local conditions. From the beginning, the project was conceived as a form of self-construction. The architect worked closely with her partner, who specializes in digital fabrication of wood and plastic components. Their access to machinery and fabrication tools made it possible to prefabricate many elements, turning the design process into a direct collaboration between architectural ideas and hands-on building methods. At the structural level, the house is built around a lightweight timber frame that was prefabricated in a workshop before being assembled on site. This system allowed the construction process to move efficiently while maintaining a high level of precision. The modular structure also made it easier to shape the building as a series of interconnected volumes, each with slightly different heights and proportions, reinforcing the sense that the house evolved gradually rather than appearing as a single monolithic form. Material choices further connect the architecture to its surroundings. Throughout the house, natural and locally sourced materials play a central role. Cork, lime mortar, handmade ceramics, and hydraulic tiles appear across floors, walls, and exterior surfaces. These materials are not only durable but also deeply rooted in Mediterranean construction traditions, giving the house a tactile quality that reflects the craftsmanship of the region. Inside, wood becomes the defining element of the interior environment. Spruce panels and laminated beams shape the ceilings, walls, built-in furniture, and even parts of the kitchen. This consistent use of wood creates a continuous visual language that ties the entire interior together. The result is a warm, cohesive atmosphere where structure, furniture, and architecture feel like part of the same system rather than separate elements. While the project embraces traditional materials and building culture, it also incorporates contemporary technology. One example is the use of motorized Mediterranean shutters, connected to an automated system that adjusts them depending on sunlight and wind conditions. This small but thoughtful detail allows the house to respond dynamically to the climate, balancing comfort, shade, and natural ventilation throughout the day. Ultimately, this house is less about visual spectacle and more about how architecture grows out of its context. The project blends vernacular references, modern fabrication techniques, and locally sourced materials into a home that feels deeply tied to its place. Instead of standing apart from the rural landscape, the architecture quietly continues its logic, reflecting a way of building that evolves from land, climate, and everyday life.